Am I the a-hole for taking my sister's man?
Whoa.
Am I the a-hole for kicking my stepmother out while she has no place to live?
What is going on?
I find myself to be a very good judge of character. Not to brag. Not to brag. But I think I would be a good judge. Like, okay, I find a bit of a crazy one. Okay, would I be the a-hole for telling my client that I used to date her husband? Like during their marriage or before? Let's get into it. I, 28 female, work at a salon, a hair salon, and I have a client, 29 female. She started coming here in November and has been my new regular. The first time she came in, she said it was funny that me and her daughter have the same exact name. Why? That's actually weird. No, that's actually weird. Especially since it's an older, uncommon name. I thought it was nice. She told me she had a husband, 29 now, which I didn't really care about, to be honest. A few months later, she made an appointment and told me a bit about her husband. She told me that her husband's name was John, and that they met about 6 years ago at work and ended up getting married 3.5 years ago. We ended up talking some more, and she revealed that he went to XY University, which is the same university that I went to before I dropped out. As she kept on talking, I realized that John was insanely similar to my ex-boyfriend. However, I thought it was just a coincidence since I live in the same area that I went to college to. John is a common name, and people can have similar interests. Fast forward to last week, she made another appointment. This time, she showed me her vacation photos that had John in it. I instantly recognized him, but didn't say anything and just did her hair. Honestly, I don't know what to think, but I'm a little weirded out. We ended on extremely bad terms, so it was weird to find out his daughter had the same name as me, his ex-girlfriend. While I don't see anything wrong with having my ex's wife as my client, I feel a little odd about the whole situation. I don't want to tell her and act as if I'm a crazy ex-girlfriend and try to ruin their relationship. But I feel like she should know. If I was in her shoes, I would want to know. I'm not sure what to do. Should I stay quiet and let it be, or tell her? She's generally kind and sweet person, and I don't want her to get hurt over nothing. Would I be the a-hole if I tell her? Okay. To be honest, if I was, I think it's a bit weird that her husband names the child the same name as his ex. That is very weird. That's very weird. You're not, no. That could mean he still has feelings lingering. How would you name? I mean, maybe it was like a nice name. Even if it was a nice name, you still can't. Like, no. You still can't. That's really weird. Like, no. But then again, I don't. If I was the hairstylist, if I was the person in this situation, I would not say anything. I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't cause problems. I don't want to cause problems. But then again, that's a bit weird. I would be really weirded out. I think I'd quit my job. But then again, I wouldn't want. But then again, it seems like the husband still might have feelings for this hairstylist. But the thing is, he might still have feelings for this hairstylist. But the thing is, and I would be like, okay, I need to tell her. I don't think the person's in the wrong. But there is an update. So let's read that. Additional info because people are asking. We were pretty serious. Together about 3 years and planned to get an apartment together. We had a dog that he took. Oh. We ended after we got into a fight in his car. He threw me out of his car in the middle of the night, like 5 blocks from where I lived. Not abusive, just an alcoholic. Don't know if he still is. I hope not. Don't know exactly how they chose their daughter's name. I hope he wasn't the one picking the name. She found me through my Instagram account for work. My other socials are private. Update. After seeing everyone's comments, I won't tell her, but I'm dropping her as a client. Yeah, it's probably unnecessary to tell her, but at the same time, I don't want her to feel hurt or weirded out if the truth came out and revealed I was hiding it from her while taking her money. Maybe I'm crazy, but what if she knows already? She better not. I think so too. Each appointment she gives more info and then showing the photos. She knows. She probably found that he had an ex-girlfriend with a name found OP and is curious. Okay, to determine whether OP is the a-hole or not, let's list a few things. 1. OP asked if she would be the a-hole if she told her client that she used to date her husband. 2. OP and the client's daughter sort of have the same name, which I find a little bit weird. And 3. People have speculated that the client might think her husband is cheating. Now for what I think. I think it's a little bit weird that the client is sharing a little bit too much about her family. I mean, I do know that hairstylists and clients can be close at times, but it's also like you're sharing a little bit too much, which I do find a bit weird. There was also a speculation that the client might know that the hairstylist used to date her husband, and I thought it was a bit far-fetched. I was like, no way. Definitely not. But after some thinking, I thought, that actually might be true. 1, if that was so, let's think of a scenario. Let's say the husband is cheating and she speculates that he is. Maybe she did some digging and found out that the hairstylist used to date her husband. Don't know how, but that could be the scenario. I also don't think that she should tell the client that she's their husband because that would cause some unwanted drama, and yeah, it's not the way to go. My final answer is that yes, she would be the a-hole, but I also think that the wife might be a secret agent or she's an oversharing person. Am I wrong for encouraging my friend to stand up to my friends that were being mean to her without knowing the full context? Context. I met all these people roughly 2 to 3 years ago through a Discord server of a YouTuber, but for the most part, it's treated like a normal hangout server, even to friends for a while. But I'm especially good friends with a girl I'll call Jan. Jan is an on and off user of Discord, but I mainly text her through iMessage and Instagram, so it's never really affected me. I am far closer with Jan than with anyone else in the central friend group, and we DM each other almost every day. Conflict. Recently, Jan rejoined the server after the absence of 3 months. I noticed that she wasn't talking much and that a few people were being passive aggressive towards her. When I asked about it, she said that many of them had blocked her and didn't like her. In particular, she said that one of them had superiority complex over her and was incredibly cruel. I've been slightly similar conflict with the same person, so I told her that she should beat it a-hole back to them. I knew nothing of what actually gone down between any of them, and admittedly, I didn't care to educate myself. Time and time again, I would vocally defend her when people were starting to be mean to her, even joining conversations with only that purpose in mind. I believe me encouraging her to replicate their cruelty lead to an argument as she had with them today. In it, she called one of them autistic. Okay, no. Okay. Wait. Did multiple times that she meant it as an ableist insult. In general, she was being incredibly mean and unfeeling in a similar way that I told her to, or over a fairly calm cultural debate. She would leave the server, and once I read the chat logs and spoke to my friends about what had happened, I realized that she had been much meaner than she intentionally led on. I will not get into details about what exactly she did, but just know that it's something that should not be defended. I have apologized to my friends for defending her and they said that they forgive me. But I fully understand if they still harbor some ill towards me. Okay. Okay. Okay, my issue with OP is that he told that Jan to be an a-hole back to them, and I didn't really like that. What you should do, leave the server, just leave the server, because it said that Jan, it said here that Jan's more closer with the OP, so it's like, why is she joining the server then? There's no point in her staying there if they're being mean to her. If they're being, just tell her to leave. I don't think that advice you gave her was not good. It wasn't good. Just leave. Then, if you're just being mean to them back, you're just fueling the fire. Everyone is a hole. Sounds like an immature playground pettiness. Why would you tell someone to be an a-hole? How is it going to improve anything? Exactly. How's that going to improve anything? You're just fueling the fire. You are the a-hole. If there's conflict between people you're friends with and you decide to involve yourself, it's a pretty big a-hole move to just blindly listen to one person. You didn't do that. And now you've very publicly sided with an abyss, who seemingly has been the source of her own problems the whole time. That is true. That's true though. She's literally being the mean one here. I'm putting someone else's deck. I'm sorry. So she's being the mean one. Maybe you shouldn't be friends with her, and maybe you should take a break from Discord.